Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, part of this is done. I'm so sorry. I went to drink my tea and it went down the wrong hole, and I had a coughing fit and it was all over the desk, and yeah, it was absolutely everywhere. I couldn't swallow it in time before I was choking. So yeah, so we have about 20 minutes of footage gone, I'm afraid, but I can explain this process to you. So all we done was put the sides on. What I done was I cut the bottom. This obviously had the tabs around all sides, so I cut the bottom piece off so it would sit on there. It sits inside the front and the back, and then obviously taped this bottom bit to stick that up onto there. The top bit completely tuck around, as you can see, this side completely fold it over so it covers that top piece. The sides tucked around the back, and then on this front piece, you'll probably see it easier this side, I made a slit across here in the side tab, in this flap, slit across here, and just angle that one down slightly. Okay, so then that tucks onto there like so. Okay, and then the other piece just tuck around to finish off that edge there nicely. Okay, so yeah, that's what I done with both sides, and as you can see, all the tea was like everywhere, but that will dry, so I'm not worried about that, and it will be covered. So what we need to decide now is how far across here we are going to need this. Now the idea of it is I wanted to be able to fit an A4 folder in this side, and then this side here I want to put another couple of little folders with all my templates in. I have templates for edges of flaps and templates that I've made myself for little tags and things, and I have about 4 folders worth of them. So what I was thinking is, if you remember the other one, these all go into the other box and they sit like that, side by side next to each other. Well, I do still have some like A4 papers left over from these, so I wanted to put the A4 folders this side, and I can label them the same as the small ones, and they will all fit in that side, and then I can put a couple of template folders that side to put my templates in. Yes, method in my madness. But we need to work out, so if we have A4 sheets of paper, where's that gonna go on there? So if we left, see, I don't like doing it like this because it's measurements and stuff. I'd rather eyeball it like so. So if that's the A4 folder sitting in there, obviously we need a little gap either side of it to get the folder in and out and make the folder itself. So if that was sitting there like that, now where's my glasses gone? Bear with me because these need cleaning as well, because they're now all covered in tea. It's got an old tea towel that I leave here across the arm of my chair to wipe my hands and things on. Right, so if that was in there like so, okay, if we left, say, half an inch that side of there, which would make that there, and then we left about half an inch that side. So I'm going to put this at 9.5 inches, this divider, okay, and then that gives me plenty of room to put my A4 folders in there with all my excess sheets on. Okay, so what I need to do is find my pencil wherever I put it, and I need to be marking. So start from the inside of the chipboard to there, so I know where we're going. So that will be there. Luckily my ruler fits in here, but it doesn't come off the end there. So what I'm going to do is measure in from the front here as well to 9.5 inches, which is there. Oh, I can't get this round the right way. Bear with me a sec, guys. Let me put the other light on. I don't know if that's going to be any better. Let's stick this one on as well. So I've got a bit of light over this side, and I might be able to see what I'm doing. And what I think I'm going to do is, where that is there, and put that flat against the bottom of the box there, and draw a line up the inside there, and then I'll do the same with this side where I've marked that. Sorry, I'm trying to get in here and so you guys can see as well. I've got my 9.5 inch mark here, so I'm going to put my ruler against the bottom of the box so it's flat. And then just draw a line up the inside there, like so. That is where, and then my ruler doesn't fit in there. Oh, sorry guys, I'm coughing and choking, and I'm in a right state today, aren't I? I need something to fit inside the box that I can draw a straight line across. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. They're not going to fit either. I don't actually have a small ruler. Of all things, I don't have one. Let's see. That piece of chipboard card fit in there. I'll make it fit. There we go. So I'm just gonna that line seems really off with that one across the front there for some reason. Why is that? That is 9.5. Because that one is on 9, it's not on 9.5, don't I? See what I mean about days like today, guys? I'm so sorry, I do apologise. that is roughly there, not that one there. That's better. So I'm just going to line that up on the inside there with both of those lines, and then just draw a rough line across there. Okay, so scribbled out this line, that's the wrong one, put it in the right place this time. I've done the same now, and then I've drawn the line across the bottom there to line up the insert with. Okay, right, so I'm not too sure how this is going to work. You're doing it with me. So my method is same idea as the fronts. We're not going to take the bottom off because we need that to fold back as to stick that in on there. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this top over to finish that off on there. Oh, sorry, I'm not with it today, guys. Please do excuse me. I wanted to get this done because I've got piles of papers all stacking up here, and I need to get it done and get them in folders and out of the way so I can continue with what I'm supposed to be doing. Right, pokey tool. Make sure that's nice and crisp across the top there. Ouch. Don't drag your knuckles up the side of these mats because they do cut. Glue. One thing I have noticed with coating the top of my desk instead of replacing the top of it, the desk is a decent desk. It is solid, so I didn't want to spend out a fortune on getting a new one, obviously, when there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just the top of it needed covering. So I've painted the desk the same as the cabinets in the dark blue, and I've coated the top of it with the sticky back vinyl. Problem is with that, it's not very reliable. It's not the greatest of stuff, so you do need to have your mats down. But there was actually a company online that I've been looking at. Ikea no longer make the tops for these desks. This is an Ikea desk, and they don't make the glass big enough for this desk anymore. So I've been looking online, and there is a company that does like big sheets of perspex. They will cut it to the size that you want it. So I'm actually going to get one of those cut and placed on the top of this desk, because then I don't have to worry about marking this up and having to redo it. Yeah, I have noticed, I mean, this stuff does look great. It looks absolutely beautiful in this craft room with the rest of the dark blue and wood effect. But the only problem being is where I push my chair in and out from underneath the desk, it's starting to take the bottom off, which I'm not too fussed about because I know that I just have to be careful with that. But I don't want this top to start doing the same. Tucking them corners around again, guys. Yeah, I don't obviously want the top to start doing the same. So yeah, I'm going to get a sheet of perspex to go across the top of this desk here. So me thinking that, yeah, all these little bits and pieces are done and it's finished, and it's not. It's no way near done yet. Right, so that's that. That's going to sit in there. So we need to tape these. So and push down on that. Right, now what I'm going to do is carefully bend them back the opposite way, because I want them to go to stick this in. Right, so now, so this, theoretically, it fits lovely, it's going to go on there, like so. Okay, so do we stick it first, or do I place a piece on that side? No. Right, so I think what would be best to do is stick the bottom in place first, and then I can just pull the sides back and stick them. We hope, fingers crossed guys, fingers crossed. Obviously it's going to be reinforced both sides, so just this box is not finished yet when this goes in, not yet. Oh, why am I folding that way? It needs to go that way, doesn't it? Okay. Right, so again, I'm still going to put the glue right up against this edge, because ideally I want the edge of that board to stick in as well. So I'm going to put some on the edge of that board there. Plenty of glue on there. And very carefully hold this back, get it in place. Sorry guys, I know you're not going to be able to see this very well at the moment, but I need to be able to see where I'm sticking it and make sure that it's in the right place. So all I'm doing is lining it up against the lines inside the box before I stick it. Make sure it's where it's supposed to be, and then I'm just going to stick that bottom flap down inside there. Okay, and then use my small bone folder and just give that a really good push down inside there, so it's nice crisp. The edges are all squared up nicely. Okay, so that is in there like so, and I've just stuck that flap down along that edge, bottom edge there. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this side back, take that tape off. Again, if it even wants to come off, please don't rip. Really don't need you to be ripping when I'm doing stuff like this. Just hold that flap back. Put your glue all over that flap. Make sure there's plenty on there. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do this side at the same time because I can't pull this forward after and get it. Oh, for God's sake, tape. Oh, the glue the other side's going to be dry before I even got this off. What is the matter with it? Come off. Right. Glue it now all over that flap. Make sure there's plenty in there. And that side. And then hold them back out the way. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to turn this back round again so I can see what I'm doing. Hold that flush against there. And then just push that flap in there like so. And the same with the front one. Push that in there like so. Again, we have this, so I'm going to, I'm not going to be able to get my scissors in there very well, am I? I'm going to use my knife and I'm going to cut that across there. Like so. And then I'm just going to tuck that round that side. Make sure that is tucked down on there well. Now that is, will I get my scissors in there or not? Maybe just cut that little piece off there that's sticking out over the top of that front bit. Like so. And then just give that flap in there a good push down. Like so. Spin it over, do this back one. Like so. Get rid of all this yucky glue. Make sure that's really pushed down well on there. And that's stuck. Flatten this edge out so that's nice, clean and crisp across there. Across the front now, get rid of that glue at the back. Okay, so after all this crazy madness, and right, so it's not finished yet, but that is the basis of it. So what we need to do now is reinforcement strips, which again is a process. So what I'm going to do is pieces I cut earlier to do the other side of this divider. Hopefully we'll have one that fits nicely in there, like so. Oops. This one should fit nicely in the bottom, perfect fit. So So then I just need to cut this one on the side here, so it's the same size as that. So I'm going to cut that off there, and then I'm just going to cut it in at a really slight angle, and then we'll put the bottom in first. I think we're just going to smother this whole thing with glue, guys. I'm not going to tape it. But you will need to go around the whole of the inside of your box and do this, so it holds all your box nicely together. So I'm just going to push that right up to the edge of there and push that down across the bottom. Make sure it's stuck in well, and then push it up against the side of the box there. Okay. Keep that up, push down, make sure that glue's spread out nicely and it's nice and square across the bottom. Again, get rid of all your excess glue. Okay, so that's the reinforcement strip done in the bottom there. And we're going to do one on the sides there, but I think I might oh yeah, let's just get these stuck in first before I start getting the trimmer out and cutting off some more strips. These ones are already done, so I might as well get them stuck in, eh? Okay, so again, just make sure it's right in that corner, stick it one side, it's right in that crease there, and then just stick your other side down. Yuck. Okay, like so. Let's stick this little one in the front here. That's it. So that is in there, nice and strong. That's not going anywhere. Okay, it's so you reinforced it that side that you already covered. Okay, and then that side's reinforced. Okay, so what we need to do is cut some strips, some 2-inch wide strips. So we're going to get the oh, my legs and my back have given now, guys. Get another piece of card. going to start cutting some 2-inch strips. You don't even have to do these at 2 inches, just I like them that deep because it gives you an inch either side of where you're reinforcing your sides and stuff. It's a nice amount to either side, that inch, to hold it securely. This doesn't matter, I'll just fold that one in half. Right, so what I'm going to do with this is, again, just fold these in half. Okay. Nice push down, decide where it's going. So that's way too long to begin with. I want that to go on the inside of there. Then it's got to go about there. So I'm going to cut that edge off of there. Just make sure that fits in there. And it does, like so. And then we start sticking our reinforcement strips in. What I might do first is see if I can get in this little hole here first, because I think that's going to be the most awkward, and that fits in there perfectly. So you can angle your edges in if you want, guys, it's entirely up to you, but the inside of my box is going to be covered in black card anyway, so it doesn't matter what I can see. So again, I'm just going to put that in there, push it right up to that side bit. If you can see that, I'm trying to okay, make sure that's stuck on there, and then just glue it in against the side as well. These boxes ain't going nowhere. Alright, need a little piece on the front there. So if I cut that one to there, that piece is already done. I will slightly angle it on. And get that stuck in on the front piece. Stick that against the front in there, at the front edge. I'm going to move that up slightly so it covers that gap there. Nope. Sorry guys, I'm going to need to juggle this around a bit for a second because I can't see what I'm doing and I can't get that in there properly. That's better. Okay, so that's that bit there. Need a piece to go up that back there. So again, this is the long process of just folding, scoring, cutting, sticking. You can take your time over this. Obviously, you can painstakingly sit there and score all your pieces of card if you wish to. I just think it's a long old process and I don't need to be doing it, so that's coming off there. Like so. So anyway, guys, I don't think I really need to be boring you with this whole process of sticking strips around the inside of the box. You kind of know the process. Cut a strip, fold it in half and stick it in a corner. That's it, simple as that. Okay, they're just reinforcement strips so your box is solid and it's not going anywhere, it's not going to fall apart. I need to put one along the back edge of that bit, so that's going to be there. Make sure that fits in that little hole. Yep. Oh. So all I'm going to do now, guys, literally, I'm just going to stick these reinforcement strips in everywhere that needs it, on every single corner where the box is joined together. And then once I've done that, all I'm going to do with all these spare bits is just cover it all with black card. So that's it for now, guys. That is all you need to be fussing about. When that's done, I'll come back and yeah, we'll move on from there and we'll decorate it up, whatever. And then, I mean, I don't need to decorate this whole thing. You're not going to see any of it. The only thing you're going to see is this front piece, which is going to be covered with a nice piece of paper. So yeah, I'm just going to stick all these strips in where they need to be, in all your corners. Reinforce it all around the bottoms as well, guys. Cover all these bits with black paper, and all these sides with black paper, and then I'll be back. So yeah, thanks for bearing with me, guys. Thanks for you know, putting up with me nagging and moaning and cussing and God knows what today. So yeah, love to you all, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.